Alright, welcome to my crash through the Crusader Kings III tutorial. I'm brand new to PC, CK3 on PC, so expect some fumbling early on as I figure things out. But stick around, because at the end of this session, I get to throw a massive medieval wedding, and I've figured it out, and it's pretty wild. This is all part of me learning the ropes, and if you've ever thought about diving into CK3 yourself, you'll probably recognise some of the mistakes that I'm about to make. If you're a bit more experienced with CK3, stick around, see where I screwed up, and maybe you'll remember your first time too. Feel free to give me some pointers in the chat. I'd love to get better at this game. Without further ado, let's get on with it. Alright, so as you can see, I have most of the DLCs. I don't know what any of them do. Welcome to Crusader Kings III. It's a deep strategy game of dynasties and intrigue. If you are new to the world of Crusader Kings, we strongly recommend you play the tutorial. The tutorial will play you as Petty King Murchard, a ruler in Ireland. Lead your family and dynasty to defeat your enemies and become the King of Ireland. Okay, let's do that. Generating world from history. Ooh, that's a pretty picture. Welcome to Crusader Kings III. You are a medieval ruler. Your reign may be brief, but through your heirs you can bring your dynasty to prominence. Land is yours for the taking. By way of the sword, or through marriage, or clever diplomacy, can you reach far beyond your wildest dreams of any conqueror. Start tutorial? Use the WASD keys to move the camera. Yep. Zoom in and out using the scroll wheel. Okay. And you'll be looking at the political map. Lastly, zooming all the way out shows the paper map. Oh, that's cool. Alright. And we're Ireland. So we're the Munsters. There's two. Okay. Characters. Your petty king in this world represented by character avatars. Click on your character. Okay. This is where you'll see yourself, your closest family, and right now you're unmarried. Why don't we do something about that? Okay. Find spouse. It's usually a good idea to have a spouse. They'll assist you ruling your realm, keep you ensure the future of your dynasty. On your right you can see your heir. Okay. To inherit your realm after passing. Get married. Oh, okay. Traits? This 25-year-old chick is intelligent, but she's chaste. Eesh. Alright, so I have watched some videos on this game before, so I do have some real basic understanding of some things. What about this 32-year-old? How old am I? Maybe we should go for strong. Yeah, alright, you'll do. Congratulations on getting married. The union between you and your spouse has forged an alliance between you and the ruler of the realm your spouse hails from. This means you can call them to join wars. Excellent. Next, let's take a look at your character's traits. As you can see, he is temperate, gregarious, and impatient. Small boost to health, increased diplomacy, and I like to get shit done, which reduces... Ooh, pretty diplomatic. That's good. I'm Catholic. Okay. Characters also have skills. Yep, I just looked at that. Okay. Your domain, which consists of all the land you personally own. An overview of your domain is displayed in each of the highlighted section. Alright, so I have Munster, Thormund, and Innis. And I have a claim on all of Ireland. Okay. Your coat of arms is the Petty King of Munster. It can be used to represent your realm in various places. For instance, you can see it floating over your capital in that loot. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. Okay, in that place. Alright, cool. You currently hold a total of 3 titles, which all represent territories on the map. Your primary and most important title is the leftmost one. And also, okay, yep. Other characters. In this section you see a variety of other characters that you have a connection with. This includes your family, anyone you have a special relationship, your courtiers, and your vassals. Okay, so I got my dead parent. Only one. I was born from a father. Righto. Couple of grandparents. I've got no secondary spouses. Does that mean I can have more wives? Awesome. I've got one child and he is 18. And I have 2 brothers. Okay. And a dead sister. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look at the bar on the right hand side of the screen where there are a few buttons here, but we'll start out where we're interested in looking at your realm. Remember that the titles we saw earlier in this view, you can inspect the land and represent in more detail. Unique name because of your Irish culture. Counties, or in your case earldoms, are made up of smaller pieces of land called holdings. A holding can support several buildings which provide benefits. Notice how Ormond is included in the outline of your realm on the map, despite not showing in the domain view. To explain this case, we need to look at your vassals. This is a vassal, another ruler who assists with administration through your realm by ruling over a county outside of your domain. As the liege to a vassal, you receive payment in the form of taxes and levies. Domain and realm. There's an important difference between your domain and your realm. Your domain is the land you personally hold, while your realm also includes the land held by your vassals. Alright, that makes sense. He doesn't like me. Fortunately, you don't have to manage your realm all on your own. Let's take a look at your council. This is your council, which consists of 6 councillors, your spouse included. They can, for instance, collect taxes or find secrets through councillor tasks. Let's try using a councillor task. Wouldn't it be nice if you had another county within your realm? To accomplish that, you need a claim. Okay. Good job. Your councillor is now working on getting you a claim. Let's look at the bar at the top. So you'll find a number of resources that can be used to interact with the world in various ways. Gold is a measure of your wealth. Well, obviously, it can be used to pay for a number of things, buildings, armies, and bribes. Generally speaking, having a good stewardship skill will help you with your gold making. Okay. Prestige represents your social and political clout. As you gain prestige, you will increase your level of fame. As a resource, prestige can be spent to make secular decisions within your realm. A high diplomacy will help you earn more prestige. Okay. Piety is a resource that reflects how virtuous your character is. Can be spent to interact with your faith in various ways, such as declaring holy wars. Your level of devotion is also increased with your acquired piety. Focusing on learning might be a good idea for particularly devout character. Renown represents how influential your dynasty is and can be spent on decisions to shape your family's future. Renown is tied to your level of splendor, which is an overall measure of how famous your dynasty is. So we are an insignificant nobody. Alright, cool. Time. Now that we're done talking about resources, let's wrap up with some final pieces of advice. Right now the game is paused. You can control how fast time progresses in the world in the bottom right corner. Copy that. To continue, unpause the game by pressing the space bar. Good luck. Congratulations on completing the quick tutorial. The game is now unpaused and time is progressing. From this point on, it's up to you to shape the future of the House of Brian. You're free to do whatever you want, but keep an eye out for reactive advice. Who knows, maybe you can even become the King of Ireland. Okay, so these are... well, alright, let's just fumble our way through stuff, head around what's going on. So I got 1,200 troops. Light footmen, mangonels, some archers. Alright. How do I station them? How do we station them? Ah. Well, let's put them here so they get plus 15. That's alright, eh? And you lot can go there. Alright. Cool. Troops are looking a bit stronger. We got council. We need money. I didn't even think of that. So we'll go that one. Yep. Where's his stats? Oh yeah, 15. Gather taxes. Increase development. Spy master. Yep. Disrupt schemes. She's not terrible. Garrison size and levy reinforcement rate. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright. Now. You look a bit sick, love. Oh, that's the thing. Okay. What's this one? Good. She only likes men. She's ambitious. Alright, let's take her. She's a fairly good looking woman. Excellent. So I am How old am I? 39. Okay. Cool, cool. I'm going to find you a spouse that's awesome. Since you're my heir, let's see. This Gaelic nobody. Yeah, she'll be a good partner for him. I guess that's how it works. What's this? It's flashing at me. Lifestyle, none. Ah, okay. Well, I want to go to war, so I guess we will pick... Let's just have a look, shall we? We want conquest. What's this? Focus on travelling to the corners of the world. Alright. This gives us +3 martial, which would bring us up to 15, so that's good. Focusing on chivalry grants +3. Okay. Let's do that. And this is saying I've got something. Court artifacts. Oh, I got the Excalibur. Okay, but I don't have a court, right? No. Activities? University visit. Alright, that's good to know. Decisions. Search for a character to fill a court for a fee. Knights. I have 4. 15 gold for another knight. Sure. To the benign me. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. I will graciously take the hand of your son and heir, Brian. Life of Brian. That could be fun. A bit of a shout out to any of the Monty Python people out there in the life of Brian. Late one night, my acquaintance Aid comes knocking at my chamber door. I let him in and he utters something troubling. Have you heard the news? Earl is the midst of establishing a spurious claim on your lands. I will speak to him. What do we know of this man? Is he my brother-in-law? Okay. He's a coward. He's straight. He's lustful. He's weak. I will speak to him. You have just started a scheme. Named another character. Open the intrigue. Okay. This is where you'll see all of your active schemes. You can have one personal scheme and one hostile scheme active at the same time. Okay. Can I just kill him? I'm sure we'll work it out as we go. Alright. Play on. Family members can get married. No. Who's got the lisp? You do. Ah. Oh, my poor body. Petty king or peasant, it doesn't matter. In the end, we're all mortal. I was reminded of this while I woke coughing early in the morning hours, a dull pain pounding in my head. My body was racked by shivers and weakness. Surely there must be someone... Alright, we need a physician. How do I get a physician? Court? Ah, personal physician. They're all terrible. Poor, terrible, terrible, terrible. How do we rank? Our best is poor. We'll go with the compassionate doctor. Oh boy. Hell no. Alright, let's not worry about that. We want to declare war on our... Didn't I just appoint one? He is good. He's poor. We'll take the good one. The grim smell of bubbling tinctures and mashed salves assaulted my senses as I walked my way through to the physician's workroom. He looks up from an unction that he's preparing. This will not be pleasant. Do no more than what is necessary. Ill, a little brighter. In the end, the fatty food turned out to be just what I needed for now. My worst of my symptoms. Oh, good, I'm not going to die. Awesome. Alright. Ah, look, he's sick. Okay. We're making a little bit of money. What's this? Many concepts and terms that you'll learn about if you yourself are wondering about a game concept. You can... Okay, thank you. I found that. Tooltip modes. Yeah, I saw that. You can... Okay. I am not an experienced player. I've only watched other people play it once or twice. It's a good time to go over court positions. They are assignments. Okay. A tutor? Because I'm probably going to have kids. Essential. What do they do? Okay. And you're good. You will do fine. Legitimacy increases. Okay. I'm guessing that's this. Okay. What's this? Stress level. Okay. So now we just wait until we can conquer Desmond. What do we know about Desmond? They have... Ah, good. I am no longer sick. Yay! Troops, troops, troops. There's 35 loot. They got 200 levies. Does it tell us how many troops they've got? Okay. Befriend. What could have been? I've received some shocking news that he passed away. Ah, well, bugger. I gained 40 stress. My brother-in-law died, so I gained stress, even though he wanted to conquer me. That sounds interesting. Okay. How do we declare war on him? I suppose it'll tell us once we... Eldem prepares for war. Once again, I am approached by my acquaintance, his lips curled with a sheepish smile. Didn't you just die? You see, we were out drinking the other week and I caught him boasting about our invasion plans. I tire of these games. You will submit to me. Who are we talking about? Who's attacking me? I've prowled through the documents that you are the rightful Lord of Desmond. Excellent. See it done. So now, does that mean I can... all characters believe in a faith, which in turn belongs to religion. For example, Catholicism is a faith. I'm aware of that, yep. To open the faith view. Oh. Okay. Armed pilgrims, communion, monasticism. Okay. Your faith has a number of doctrines that these doctrines... Gender succession laws, or what characters can hold temple holdings, tenets at the top of the special doctrines that give bonus options for... Yeah, okay. All faiths have fervour, right, which waxes and wanes over time depending on the number of faith, how holy wars are going, and more. Fervour represents how fanatical most members of the faith are feeling, currently including many unwashed peasants across the world. When your faith fervour is high, it's easier to convert counties. Okay. It's possible to create a new faith. Alright, well, I'll figure that out much later. Culture. Okay. Your culture is defined by its ethos, cultural pillars and traditions. Each determines the various benefits or penalties to the member of a culture. The ethos describes... I'm sure most of you have read all of this before. I have a basic understanding that this is my culture. Okay. Cultural head is me. Okay, cool. Cultural head can establish new traditions. They can also technological. Alright, so if we go to here... Oh yes, we get to choose what we are studying. Okay, we've got Minorism. We got mangonels. I guess battlements, so that we can build bigger buildings. But I've got one learning, so that's never going to happen. Okay. Innovations are usually discovered very slowly. The culture head can also discover when you are the culture head. You can... Yeah, I just did that. Awesome. Okay, that's good to know. What's the other one? Legends. I guess I'm definitely not a legend. Current situation. You could declare war. Ooh. So that means he's got 400 troops, right? And I've got 1,500 troops. But we want Desmond. Okay. Your claims. It costs 63 of my 800. Very good. Declare war. You are engaged in a war. Next you should rally your armies. Done. You'll have to unpause the game. Yeah, I get that. It's paused at the moment because I'm reading all the stuff you're throwing at me. To move your army, click on the army, and right click on where you want them to go. But we got to unpause first. Yeah. I understand. Now that the army is moving, it's probably headed to battle. It can be a head-on encounter with other armies or start the siege. Yes. Get that. Why does it say it'll be a balanced fight? A battle! Between two armies depends on the number of... Yeah, okay, I understand. We have... Okay, so they have archers and horses. We've got... No, yeah, they're gonna... They'll make a bit of a mess of us. I'll make that go away. Huzzah! Huzzah! We have won our first battle. Your army is attacking an enemy holding. Click the highlighted icon the spearheads to find out how it's going. You need to win sieges to win most wars as they increase your war score. Whenever a siege is won, it takes a few rounds of attack. The area will become occupied. Yep, okay. So where are these spearheads? War score. To get an idea of who's winning, you can always just look at the war score. At 100, you can force the other side. Conversely, at minus, they can force you. Alright, that makes sense. All wars can end in victory, white peace, or defeat. The exact consequences of any of these changes depend on the Cassius Belli. Details for a specific war can be found by right-clicking on your enemy ruler, selecting offer peace, or by clicking the war score icon at the bottom right. Okay, cool. How do I... Oh, yeah, that one. Got my army. Progress is 1.3 per day. But we got mangonels. Alright, so that's going to take a while. I am currently holding 2 of my 5. So if we click here, I have a small harbour. A duchy building. Ooh. Okay. Strategic impasse. I am sitting in the Mac table with Brian and Fasti, discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Brian bangs his well, he's my son, and proclaims we should charge the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our armies. We should avoid unnecessary engagements and fight a war of attrition. Yeah. My son says we go head on, so we'll go head on. Let's see what that does. Hide tents. Missing money. Alright, so we're not going to be building anything anytime soon. Okay. My wife is pregnant. Yay! Victory is near. Your war score is 100. You are now able to enforce your demands by clicking the war score view. And then okay. I understand. But didn't we just take a hostage? Well, it's ours now anyway. Nice. War 1. Congratulations on your victory. You have experienced what it is like to make it through an essential part of the game. The tutorial lessons end here. Uh-oh. Okay. May your years be short and miserable. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply. I gain 20 fame. So be it. How do we Yes. Right. Hang on. Now, we took prisoners. But they're all free, but there will be wanderers now, I suppose. Siege is 1. Yes, I know that. Wife falls pregnant. Which one? Oh, the primary one that looks like she's been punched in the face. Okay. What about my other wife? How you doing, girlie? Alright. I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on. We need... Train commanders. Increase control. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Saw that in a video. One of your counties has low control. Yeah, I literally just did that. Okay, cool. I lost 21 men. They lost 400. That is awesome. Okay, 4 other things. Neighbors can be vassalized. Osroy. Excellent. 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 Alright, I will make you the marshal. How do I do that? Appoint a marshal. Oh, I have a child. He is balanced. Don Chad. Excellent. Okay. Yep. Alright, cool. Need a spy master. My cousin. Okay. You will just have to wait until one becomes available. Alright, so now we own a pretty good chunk. So, I want you to give me... Wait a minute. prowess is +4. Oh, cheaper Cassius Belli. That should be good. Yes. Yes. Titles can be created. Don't have enough gold. Okay. More gold, please? What's that? Plagues. Uh-oh. Some of my councillors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I am often disappointed. After a long day, I am complaining to Imgred when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Stay here with me instead. Oh, we get some. Alright. And she's pregnant. So it obviously worked. Awesome. Hi, granddaughter. Why would you call a granddaughter Ben? And another son, and he's a redhead. Oh! Alright, hang on a minute. There are no plagues in your realm. Oh. Oh. Okay, so it's been a long time since I first played this on the Xbox. We didn't have plagues. But how do you get the menu for plagues? You are not the rightful liege of a vassal. This will lower their opinion of you and make you give them less taxes and levy. Okay, how do you do that? When conquering new lands, you'll often get new vassals of which you are not the rightful liege. Planning your conquest of property can mitigate this problem. That didn't help me. Legitimacy is a representation of your right to rule. Vassals generate legitimacy. You're expected to meet them. High legitimacy gives you a range of benefits. Okay, that's that one. Yep. How do we increase it? Short range duration. Okay, I will work on it as soon as I work out what it is I'm working on. A missive from Popo. This starts off with pleasantries and the importance of a hold in the eyes of the Irish people. Your practice of polygamy is okay. A scheme at court. Okay. Okay. Another child. They haven't inherited anything useful. Who's she? She's the woman that was my wife. So I'm not allowed to be her wife anymore, but I will still have some fun with her. Unpleasant pleasantries. This individual was looking forward to an evening of company and frivolous fun. Instead, I found myself stuck in a dreadful conversation with my marshal. Okay. Pay ransom. Oh, of course. Wait. I have prisoners? I saw that before. Where was it? Yeah. Ransom for a hook? What's a hook? Yeah, off you go. A shady discussion. I am passing through the castle gardens for a morning walk when a soft breeze carries the voice of that person and that person to my ear. Is it love? Yep. Yeah. The wild hunt. Right here and right now. Before I get a chance to scream, the beast collapses, an arrow is between its eyes. Marshad, my dearest, I thought I had lost you. Ah, my spy master is certain that my courtier is scheming against my steward. Alright, throw him in jail. Another boy. Training a warhorse. As I inspect my stables, the gaze is drawn to a mare. I've never seen such a warhorse before, but the stable master insists that it is impossible to train. I will not back away from a challenge. The horse pins her ears back as I approach. Her disregard for me is crystal clear. The first meeting is important. To earn her trust and respect, I need to decide how to go about it. Gentle and slow. It's a mighty feeling. The powerful horse follows my every whim. Now that I have earned her trust, she seems almost fond of me. I will keep her as a personal warhorse. Nice. Name inspired by history. We'll go with Xanthos. That's a very girly name for a warhorse. The son of has been accused my nephew of having an affair with his lover. Alright, whatever. Hang on. What we got? Engineered for destruction, organized march, army movement speed. Yeah, okay. Hey, they're fighting. That's good. If you do not want to manually control every war, you can do it. Okay. Future regent. If you become unable to rule, a regent will rule in your stead. In the future, you might become unable to rule. Before this happens, okay. Realm. Power sharing. That's my son, right? Yeah, Brian. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Followed by my wife. Okay. For now, consider designated a region if you want more control over. Okay, yep, no, he's fine. Feudal duchy. The tide of battle. I have seen how it happens. It is like a lull in the middle of combat, the brief moment when neither side is pressing into the fray, and the melee breaks like waves pounding across a rock. Okay. Yeah. You gain the trait Reckless? No. But we don't raid, do we? Can we raid? Oh. Why would she be wanting to kill my steward? 70%. Let's see what Aaron Jesus has to say. Yay, I got it right. Okay. I have a daughter. That's a daughter. No, that's my grandson. Ah, my daughter had a child. May you grow strong and wise. Okay. Mercy for the mercenaries. Bash them all. How do I declare war? How many troops has he got? 700. Alright. I want to war. How do we war? How do we war? Let's do it. Hun, 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 hun. Hun, 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 hun. Oh, look, he's going this way. Let the slaughter begin. Victory! Chase them down. Oh, it's a hill. I suppose they get something for fighting on the top of a hill, even if they're outnumbered 3-1. The unprovoked anger expressed by my cousin came as a complete surprise and has me under a lot of... Okay, that's funny. Die again! No! My son Brian! How can it be the life of Brian if there's no Brian? No. Lift the siege. I don't want you to siege. Come here. Oh, there's men. 300 men. Let's just take the war target. A bastard was born! You should be very careful about this. While that's happening, let's just have a look at the rest of the world. I'd love to know how an Irish nobody knows about Pagan or Pala. I can see many an adventure happening here. The fox was quick to say, however, sir, whither so fast away? Are you afraid of me? I am a friend or worse I shall be. Dear sir, I was not even spying on you. Oh, that's funny. Ireland. Oh, they look like they're a bit sick. There's plagues on the island of Ireland. That's not good. Speed it up. Blood on the snow. It comes from nowhere, hitting me clean in the temple. A sharp peal of giggles rings out. Snowball. Yeah. Roma Victor! Okay. Oh, over there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Let me finish this war first. Here be secrets. As I lean over to pick up a scripture to study, my son barges into the room, interrupting. Father, you won't believe what I found out about Fasti. He pauses. Then, speak. Oh, he's a non-believer. I'm not overly worried about that. Troublemaker. Okay. Never a dull moment. Now I can educate him, right? You will be a warrior. Can I, be his teacher? How do I do that? A favourite child? You're very good in steward. Good. Not really interested in... back. Choose your favourite child option. Right click on the child. Ah. Okay. Choose favourite child. Okay. That's good to know. I understand. I would rather you do that, thank you. Our war score should be pretty good now, right? Because we hold... Yep. Alright. Bang. Enforce demands. Boom. So be it. Okay. That's 4 of 5. I suppose I should get my council working on... this one. Bit by bit we will conquer all of Ireland. Now, our soldiers were needed. Ew. They can't get there? A shadow. I walk through them. Smallpox? My poor wife? Be cautious. Do no more than what is necessary. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I suspect we're going to lose a few people here. I died? How did I die? And now I'm a sick kid. This is bad. Hey, I have survived. But who the hell am I? Alright, let's have a little look-see here. I am a rowdy, strong little lad studying that. Alright, regent. Oh yes, that stuff. Alright, I want a teacher. The filth of the road kept away from my horse. I ride through the streets of Thomond as I struggle through. A peasant throws himself at me. My lord, please, he beseeches me, pushing the child towards me. She is very sick. Could you spare the merit to touch? Grounded noble. Alright. Teacher. Educate child. Fasty. Okay. Send proposal. Yay, we won a war about something. Alright, I have fallen so far behind. Where is this war? Bar the doors! A herd slapping of feet gives me scant warning before the bird bursts open and a wide-eye barges in. My lord, he stammers, dumping an entire armful of vellum missives on my desk. My lord, I have just returned from Innis, and you would not believe the devastation. Death and destruction stalk the land. Thousands lie dead in the street. Sifting through the equally hysterical piles of vellum, I try and make sense of it all. At last, I had heard the outbreak in Innis was fairly restricted. Best to send some aid while the problems. Yes, we will be a noble leader. Okay. So what do we siege them? Nope, that's a pretty big army. Who's friend and who's foe? Brown is neutral. They're green. Yeah, we'll just keep picking at things. 2,000. I can't fight them. Are you guys seriously chasing that pathetic little group of men? Victory! Okay. We won something. And disband. Go home, gentlemen. Right. That should keep our neighbours happy. Austria, have you left us? I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Chancellor, who is the best? This man, even though he hates me. Steward, who is the best? This man. Marshal, who is the best? They're all a bit shit, really, aren't they? There we go. Yeah, Spy Master. My Marshal. Well, I'll reassign you to there and we'll find somebody else to be the Marshal. This chap, but he's my personal physician. I don't have a wife because I am still but a child of 5. Fasty is training me in the ways of war. Ooh, legacy, damn it. Oh boy. What do we do? Warfare? House of Warriors? Activities? Customs? Blood. Yes. Congenital traits. Make our people stronger. That's probably a bad choice, but hey, this is my tutorial. Court artifacts. I've still got Excalibur. Alright, yeah, cool. I can see that there is much to learn about this game. And it's got me wondering. Yeah, he's not taking too much power. It's got me wondering if I should just dive in head first and die lots, or if I should slow down, take some advice. Maybe we could, Norway? In Scotland? Ah, 1083. I am sure that I'll be able to have a lot of fun with this game once I get my head around what to do. In the videos, I've seen people who start off as just a nobody who wanders the land. I think that would be really fun to give a go. I love my Vikings, but who doesn't? So I wouldn't mind playing as a Viking. I suspect there will be many, many adventures to come in this wonderful game, Crusader Kings III. Always open to feedback. Let me know what you would like to see, and watch me fumble through it as this middle-aged man struggles to make ends meet in a world that is not built for him. What's this? L is for language. It'll stress me out, but I need to do it. Nah, I'll go play. A story from the past. Okay, yeah. Come closer. I have a story I wish to tell you. My guardian Fosti is beckoning towards me. Isn't Fosti like a very Viking name? It is a story when my friend Brian was slain in battle. Yes, my acquaintance. He rolls his eyes and continues to tell the story as the flames of the bonfire lick to the fire of night sky. Those around you, friends, your advisor, even your rivals, they are the ones who matter. Keep them close, especially your enemies. What a story, Fosti. I don't care about intrigue. Although I know it can be. I am let alone to play at last, and of course I could take my favourite chessboard out of my toy chest. There's nothing better than proving my wit and watching the pieces fall into place, and there's no better opponent than myself. But then, Con Chen approaches me expectantly and asks, "Can I play?" Is she hot? Okay. Everything's more fun with a friend. She didn't like it. I must have won. A lot just happened. Succession. Yeah, I get that. Bishop endorsement. Your character's faith makes it so that you have a realm priest. Yeah. In Yui, Maine. Where's that? That'll be this one. Alright, so we go to the council. We get this geezer to increase control there, right? Simple as that? Nothing. I can't sway because I'm a kid. I can send him a gift, but I want my money. I'm not giving him an artifact. I could imprison him. That would be funny because I am a kid. But nope. Alright. I am starting to get the basics. Yes, I know you died. You've been replaced. Alright. Here we go again. See, I'm going to leave it there and then I play for another 20 minutes. Uncertain times. The bitter conflict that has raged between Norman rulers and Anglo-Saxon nobles. Okay. Humble or arrogant? My aunt, Conchen, and I are practicing the martial craft in the courtyard. She grunts as I knock her to the ground. You'll get there. Yes, let's be humble. He's looking a bit confined. I'd say he's thinking seriously. Another day in court, and perhaps I ought to lighten the mood a bit. I wonder how fast he would react if his clothes go missing. 64%. Yeah. Ah, curses. That means I got caught, right? He definitely reaches for his well-filled chamber pot, hurling it. Ew. This game is hilarious. A shrill voice rings out across the courtyard. I challenge you to joust to defend your honor. Choose your steed and heft your lance, mighty warrior. Brandishes a branch, clutching a hobby horse between her legs. My own mount has been neatly deposited on a nearby bench. Prowess challenge. Let's do it. I gain 10 stress because I missed, alright? First is always a toss-up now. Let's see how this one plays out. 46%. So she's stronger than me. I'm a little win. A fine tilt. It thunders into my torso. A fine hit. Ouch. Ouch. What was that? I guess somebody was trying to marry me, but it's gone now. So much happening. The majestic sand castle towers over the beach. I have just spent this afternoon carving out minute details in the wet and grainy sand. However, it's time around these pass forward. The time is over. I desperately glare at the tide, trying to figure out how to ensure the safety of my castle before a preteen. Marshal, you win this round, tide. Go and get them. I'm a victor. I'll protect you because I like brave. I gained the trait brave. Excellent. And I will take this piece of land. Excellent, so be it. Okay, I now have all the titles I can hold, and I've made a friend. Is she worth marrying? She is strong. Me? My friend. How do I choose my friend? There she is. We are related. So, there will be a grand wedding. The knave Mayor Emon attempted to have me abducted, and the tools of my office confiscated along with me. It is evident that he intended to force me from office, making himself your regent in the process. I am aghast, but I don't know what to do with it, so... Girls are so fascinating. Earldom of Mayor. Yeah, well, we'll get to it. The builder. And then they were. The day has been spent playing outside, in the wild. All on a quiet, pleasant day, when suddenly I'm approached by a local child. I am Yusal, and I challenge you to a den building competition. She struts around and smirks triumphantly, fully expecting to win. The builder, too, Yusal, surprisingly strong, and between the two of us we build a proper and sturdy den. As we hid in the staying dry... Okay. Alright. I am playing in the gardens of Themond with my peers, in a rare moment of freedom, free from the watchful eyes of our guardians and tutors. It all happens suddenly. I am swept from my feet and sent tumbling down a steep hill with that person, holding tightly to me as we roll down and down. Once at the bottom, I am left dazed with her eyes staring deeply into mine as she smiles and giggles at me. I feel something strange in my chest. I look back at her. What is this feeling? Must be love, love, love. Bow. Okay. I have heard that oh yes, athletic. We'll definitely take that. That worked out well. Trait gained. And here's me constantly trying to cut the video short and saying I'll come back to it, but there's always something else happening. My guardian, Fasti, spoke to me about the capital sentence that a lowly thief had been given 2 days ago. He wanted to know what I thought of such harsh penalty for such a small crime. Hang on, what does that do? Stewardship, intrigue, and learning. Cynical gives me intrigue and learning. Or temperate is an increase to stewardship, and it's virtuous, so I'll take temperate. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to fumble my way through this. Not having anything planned for the day, this is a fine opportunity to enrich myself in the various aspects of the glorious holding. Themond. The question, what would be most productive? Should I go to the military compound headed up by Tinrich? I will inspect the defences, because I want to do martial. And the day is spent inspecting the military armaments, its strengths and indeed its weaknesses. Any chain is only as strong as its weakest link. He finishes off the tour by handing me a castle and its servants. A book. Ooh, okay. So that means that I now can... That gives me martial. Nice. So that should give me +2 martial now, right? And if I click on myself, that brings my martial to 11. Nice. I'm athletic and strong. And I'm betrothed. So that should take care of things. Alright. I think you get the idea that I am learning it. What I'll do... yeah. Play on. Inheritance. Petty King of Meath. You inherited the Petty Kingdom of Meath and one other title. Nice. A shadow over Dublin. I walk through Dublin and reveals some deeply unpleasant. A plague has arrived in this unassuming hamlet. Summon the physician. Duncan's pox. Early prevention. The dim flickering light of Fasty's infirmary illuminates the scene. As the physician lays out a plan of attack, those afflicted by Duncan's pox are riddled by scars and rashes like I've never seen before. This plague is sent to us by Satan, and it is only by thinking outside of the box traditional medicine that we can hope to cure this. Ultimately, the exact strategy is up to me. You opt for the safe treatment. Success! Wonderful. Always on my mind. I can't stop thinking about my fiancée. Well, that's good. The fact that she does not seem to return... Oh, right. Have her stoned to death. Go for a ride. I've been watching at the council work, and council in particular, Fusty, has caught my interest. It is clear to me that we were... I find myself spending more and more time at the council. I want to help out. Now, decisions. Can I work off some stress? Another lap. Get that stress level down. Ah. Okay, I gotta find another wife. Break betrothal because it's invalid and you don't like me anyway. Can I search for... Genius. There is one, an 11-year-old child. She is Czech. She must be mine. How old am I? 12. So she's only a year younger than me. It's all right, isn't it? I gladly accept. You will be betrothed to my niece. I also look forward to the promised grand wedding. Try not to disappoint me. Okay, no problem. I have one too many places, but that is fine. What is her stats? Oh, look, she's got great stewarding, so she will be just great for me. She is straight, and she's a bold planner. And she is charming, but she is studying intrigue. That's not great. Can we learn her language? Yes. Difficulty is very hard. But, you know, you can't hook up with someone if you can't speak to them, right? Makes sense to me. To the noble, I am happy to inform you that Mayor Griss has relinquished his position as regent after a brief yet lively discussion. Since the duties were weighing so much on him, he will be staying with me for the duration of his tenure as regent for his health. That sounds like treason! So, who's my regent now? Yeah. Oh. Well, back to 6 of 6 though, so that's good, I guess. Oh. Don't want him getting too powerful. The time has come to replace the commons of Turam, and my regent has asked me to weigh in on the matter. Councillor has died. Fatal apoplexy. This is an abuse of power. A puppy! Who's you, Sal? I want the puppy. Nosewise. What a great name. Learn language success. Ooh. After lots of hard work, I have finally learned the Czech Slovenian language. Endless hours of practicing accentuation, sleepless nights mimicking inflection, countless lessons mastering intonation. It was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate Sophia's accent. I'm sure that she would be impressed with my results. And of course, Czech peasants now respect me a great deal more. I feel accomplished. Okay. The Roman Empire in the East, Byzantium, Christianity's firm bulk, what are the Devo? Ah, the papacy, alright. Munster's second capital. Works so hard as my regent, all tucked up in his offices of Desmond. I know he thinks I'm just a child, but surely I must be worth a little time. Instead, visits are always entirely for some important document or use of the house seal, or to speak with some officials, or I just wish he would think about me sometimes and not just Munster. Yeah. I don't want to spend money on it. That one. A toll for the world. The boy is my nephew, shouts, confronting my regent, in one of many empty halls. You cannot keep me from him like that. I had not meant to eavesdrop, stumbling across the conversation accidentally whilst chasing a servant, but now I linger out, just out of sight, as the two argue. He may be your nephew, but he is my charge until I deem him ready to manage his own affairs. Till then, I speak for Petty King. Yes, he is my uncle, and you will respect him. The kitten. I will give that. There you go, Usul. No, it was a kitten. Oh, man. Especially thoughtful lately. He always seems to bring me the best presents, making him the best regent. Ah, there you are, young master. He laughs as I bounced into the courtyard where the man awaits with something covered in cloth. Today, I have something very special for you, he whispers. With that, the cloth falls away to reveal tall stacks of silver and gold coins shaped in the form of a crown. Nice. I will take the money. I will need it for my wife. Coming of age. I am now a man. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I have become. The friendship I shared with Ursel meant a lot to me when we were both young, and still have her by my side means a lot. I have some memorable times with that. She surely helped me understand both myself and love. Awesome. So tell me about me. What did I become? Ooh. I'm a brilliant strategist. Nice. We will choose Marshal. Prowess. What was my prowess? 12. Alright, so we will go with this one to give me +3 prowess. Nice. Oh, my armies are still just sitting there. I should probably put them away. I mean, we've got a pretty good chunk of the country. Wait, before I do that, can I just flat out get rid of it? Okay. Can I imprison this dude? No. No. Okay. Yes. She likes me. She'll keep me safe. How? Okay. So we get a hit around the politics. Unworthy challenge. At first I thought the simple footman a fool. Tell me of your skill. Okay. Oh, my dog left. She's 15. Next year. So we wait until she's 16. I have become the stout. Okay, cool. What does that mean? I'm strong. I like it. I need a physician. I think there was a decision to recruit for a physician. Okay. But he will have to do, I guess. Yay! I think. Did that work? Yes. Alright, I am free to be the king when I become the king. Alright. She is a woman now. It's been a good while since my old harp throb. Yeah, I must put this aside. I still like ya, but I'm betrothed. And she is now 16. Okay, decision. Host grand wedding. How do I do the grand wedding? Activity. Grand wedding. Grand wedding. I will do it here. That's expensive, but let's do it. Raiders. Okay. It always feels amazing when you have been planning something for so long and spent so much money on it, and then it's finally here. Everything is ready. Decorations are in place, the guests are mingling, and servants scurry around with loaded dishes. I am pacing around in excitement and nervousness when my future spouse Sophia appears, radiant in her finest attire. We are ready to begin. I can't wait. And I got 63 gold from that fool. Weddings are just politics. I steel myself as I wait for my future wife to join me. Just politics, I repeat to myself. How bad can it be? But nothing has prepared me for the moment I finally see Sophia for the first time. No portrait or description could do justice to the gentle look on her face. No poet has ever sung a beauty such as hers. Time hangs still when our eyes meet, and everyone else seems to disappear. Then she smiles at me, and I know everything will be all right. Could it be you that I've been waiting for? Oh, we got love at first sight. Everything is so overwhelming. The decorations, the guests, the chatting, the rituals, and the blessings coming one after another, and the piercing eyes of my bride staring at me, judging my every move. They all blended together in a whirlwind of nervousness, including chaos, until the moment to share our official promise arrives. All too soon. Do I want to spend my life? I do. Grand wedding, banquet. As the ceremony concludes, and we all move to the banquet venue, I secretly smile to myself, picturing the joys to come from married life with Sophia. Not everyone can be so lucky as to marry such a likable person. I wish everyone to share in on my happiness, and let's all tuck in. Enjoy. featuring exotic treats, elaborate culinary artworks, and a rich colours with richer scents. The banquet's chefs have gone all out for the wedding. Near my seat, both Earl Niall and King Robert share their opinions about the spread. A good feast, I think, chuckles Niall. Plenty of thought into making it an experience without losing sight of the important things. I'm having a good time, Robert whines. Just think things could have gone a little further to be the best. I think I'll just nod along without paying attention. Now I should be spending time with my new wife Sophia and her family, but I just can't tear myself away from my friend Kachern. Yeah, you must excuse me, my friend. Quite the spectacle. A magnificent throng of musicians, tumblers and actors are providing the evening's entertainment, thrilling guests across the hall. Near my seat, both the Earl and the King share their opinions. I'm focused on the actual entertainment, because, you know. Ah, is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. So many people come from all over the realm just to be here. It really gives some perspective on how vast the world is. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. I lose stress. Every guest with at least one trait in common with you gains 20 opinion. Yeah, alright. While I'm talking to people over dinner, Earl whatever cunt leans over. I wish I knew how to sound as clever as you, Petty King Odoran. I wipe the soup off my chin and smile, an intelligent-looking smile. He recognizes true intellect, I see. Every feast there's always one, every single feast. One long-winded, ill-born pissant, cornering people who just will not be silent. This time it's Nesta, and she's both determined to pitch schemes at me and totally unwilling to commit to a single idea. Instead, it's a never-ending parade of half-baked verbal vomit slowly drowning my will to live. I am going to scream. No. Again, approachable, or... Yeah, right. Be nice to those around me. Fine sculptures, exotic tapestries, strange foreign flower arrangements, and more festoon the banquet hall. A veritable feast for the eyes. Near my seat, both the Earl and King share their opinions on the decorations, but I am not getting involved. Grand wedding. All over my new shirt. We could all tell that Nialgus had too much to drink, even though he insisted on showing us how sober he was. I gain 20 stress because I'm humble. You gain a high standards of courtesy. The feast has started winding down, with everyone sated and tired, but the day is still not over for Sophia and me. The procession of guests leads us towards the bedchamber, for the legitimacy of a wedding depends on it being consummated. It is time. Oh, the fire in the grate has started to wither, and I stare at its flames in silence. The light, its warmth. Petty Queen Sophia is searching for something in her wooden chest, and I take my eyes off the flames to look at her. Audran, she says, offering me a small package wrapped in silk. I've saved this since I heard of our betrothal, and now I offered it to you as a token of our love. Okay, that will boost that. I also have something for you. Okay. I also have something for you. As the banquet reached its climax, Sophia's growing anxiety over the intimate bedding ceremony was clear. My new wife turns to me as the procession sets off for our chambers, pleading, "Please, can't we do without this?" Of course, anything for you, my dear. Sophia and I are led to the chamber by a raucous wedding party, the echoing shouts and laughter heralding the bedding ceremony. The bishop blesses our marital bed before tucking us in, pouring cups of strong spiced wine and directing us to drink them. We gaze at each other happily as the party starts to depart. Alone at last, the door slams behind the last of the witnesses, the raucous party continuing down the hall, though the families are no doubt listening. Come here. I have been waiting for this all night. Fate smiles upon me. My wife, Queen Sophia, is bearing my child. She's pregnant. Yay! Grand wedding, the conclusion. When, finally, the last guest leaves, I look around at the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled spiced wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and I feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organizing it. Thank you all for coming. The grand wedding has concluded. You get 600 of that. Every guest gets 150 of that. Everyone gets 20 of that. Oh, we get celebrated a magnificent wedding for 20 years. What's that all about? Monthly prestige and monthly renown is increased. Oh, good. Well, with that wonderful wedding, and we can disband our troops now because the bad guys are gone. Ooh, was the Earl trying to steal Excalibur? I think not, scum. But this time, hang on, there's something else to choose. Prowess +4, that should push me right up there now, right? What's my prowess now? 18. 20 martial. I will defeat any and all who come at me. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was somewhat enjoyable. I'm sure there will be many more adventures to come in the wonderful CK3. I look forward to seeing you at the next one. Until then, a ta-ta.